Hello everybody, Chris here. If you peeps remember, last week I made a video titled Tips for Future Monster Mains in VHS, so it only seemed right to make the same video for teens. Especially since I'm gonna be a teen main, most probably. I still haven't played the game, and W.A.R.T I was a survivor main, but that might change, you never know. Okay, so without any further ado, let's just get into the video. Tip number 1. Scout for hiding spots. So what does this mean? Imagine yourself in the very early stages of the game. You don't have any weapons, nobody on your team has any weapons, you don't have anything to fight back with. If monster finds you, you're giving him a free hit. So while you're on the stigma station, why just not look around yourself? Why not see where you can hide? You have sound cues that let you know when the monster is approaching you. So if you have a good hiding spot, you can waste a bit of their time. Even if they find you, if you manage to waste another 5 to 10 seconds of their time, that's huge. That gives more time for your teammates to craft weapons, set up a trap, or even come and get you, defend you from the monster. So just looking around yourself and figuring out where you can possibly hide, and even testing those theories out, like once the monster comes, go to their hiding spot, see how good it is. One suggestion I would give from seeing the gameplay of VHS already, if there's like 2 doors in one room, maybe just getting as far away from them as possible, because monsters will not usually waste time looking around the whole room. But if they do suspect somebody was on the stigma station, they might use tracking abilities or just take a look around the whole room, so keep that in mind. But at the end of the day, still having a couple of good hiding spots and testing them out can help you immensely. And just to clarify why I think this works, is because I played W.A.R.T many times, and I don't think I'm comparing VHS and W.A.R.T, I'm not. I'm just saying that whenever I was doing a generator, I would just take a look around to see where the nearby pallets are, windows, and that would help me more times than none. So I would say it's just a better idea than standing on a stigma station and turning off your brain. Tip number 2, don't waste time. This is a huge one in asim games. A lot of people think whenever they play a role where you have teammates, that you can just at one point walk around, waste a little bit of time, have fun, and depend on your teammates fully. Unfortunately, in VHS, this is gonna hurt you more than it will in most asymmetrical games. I mean, just look at it this way. Somebody might be getting chased, somebody's injured, somebody's dead. There's always actions you can perform to help out your team. Even if you have a weapon on and you cannot set up an ambush, you might be able to help somebody else who's being chased. There's literally an action you can perform at any point during the game. So if you want to give yourself a best possible chance of winning, don't waste time. And while we're on the subject of team play, tip number 3 is be a team player. Don't be one of those people who thinks they can do everything by themselves. You having a weapon doesn't make you indestructible. Monster can make you waste it, land a hit, and if you have teammates around, you just have a better chance at landing that stigma kill. All of us get bad teammates sometimes, but you have to learn how to depend on them. It's for your own good. And the tip number 4, learn to adapt. This will help you in any game, but in VHS this will help you a lot, because as we talked in previous videos, we covered this already. There will be a bunch of different ways somebody can play a single character, because the weapon modifications, monster powers, perks. Even though I don't consider myself an artist, let me try to paint you a picture. You're playing as a monster and you're constantly running into same weapons over and over again. Let's just say people like building a flamethrower. You might get comfortable and just get used to the normal range of flamethrower, but what if one game somebody brings a modification that you don't expect, 1 extra meter? If you get too comfortable one game, this can literally cost you a stigma. It's one very measly thing that you don't account for that can change the whole game, and it generally applies to the gameplay. It's not just the modifications the teams will be running. Being able to adapt to every single team in every single match or to every monster you verse will definitely result in you performing better every single game. I'm once again gonna use W.A.R.T as a reference because we got nothing else. I played a lot of survivor games, and I mean a lot. Every killer is different. Me being able to adapt to everybody's mind game and the playstyle made me a whole lot better. Every time I'm in a first chase with the killer, I try to pay as much attention as possible. I will do my regular stuff. I will assume what I want to assume. If I fail, I will try to follow their pattern. If they double back a lot, I will start assuming they will double back. And if they keep on doing it more often than none, I win. I manage to adapt, and that will come up on top most of the times. And those are my 4 tips to you. As I always say, you don't have to follow anything that I say. I just try to share informational content. I'm mostly just taking what I've seen from those gameplay videos and sort of like connect the dots between that and my experience with Dead by Daylight and try to provide some content. As we already mentioned, the only thing that connects these 2 games is the genre. But also keep in mind that none of the things that I'm suggesting here are directly connected to the gameplay. It's more directed to your mindset, how you use your brain, and your thought processing during the game. Scout for hiding spots, don't waste time, be a team player, and learn to adapt. If you agree or disagree with any of the tips I gave here, feel free to comment down below. I would love to chit-chat about this a little bit more. And if you guys found this video helpful or somewhat enjoyable, please consider smashing that like button below, it really does help a lot. And if you don't want to miss out on any future videos that I'll be posting, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. All that being said, wishing you a beautiful evening, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. See ya!